Hi, friends. As we are preparing to say goodbye to Pastor Dustin and send them out in love, we are learning how to be in relationship with one another in a new way. Usually when pastors receive a new call, they pack up and they move farther than half a mile. And we're in this unique situation that has so many joys and blessings to have the Maddox family locally, but also has some challenges with it as well, as we try to discern what it means to be in relationship moving forward from this season. And one of the things that Dustin and I wrote together was a covenant of closure. And if you're a member here, you might have gotten that in the mail, but if not, we'll link it in the comments below. But it's a document we wrote not to lay down the law, not to restrict, but to teach us and guide us how to be in healthy relationships moving forward so that we can support Dustin in his new ministry and that we can continue here at UPC to do good ministry together. But it's challenging because it really is goodbye to a lot of the things that we love and appreciate about Pastor Dustin. And that's why saying goodbye well in this season is so important.
This is a challenging document, but a good one, because what it helps us do is frames for us the ways in which we can be in relationship in a way that allows me to step into this new call to be myself and to be a pastor for a new group of people. But in order to do that, it means I'm going to have to cease being your pastor in order to be their pastor. And so that is going to look like what's outlined in the covenant, is that I am going to be disengaging from relationships on social media and in person for a year. And it also means that there will be things like funerals and weddings that I won't be able to participate in an official capacity, so that I can do those things in my new congregation, that I can be with people and having coffee or lunch, if that can ever be a thing again, and allow myself the opportunity and for UPC as well to celebrate the season of life and ministry that we had together, to thank God for it, and to now open the soil of our lives to receive a new pastor and to connect in deeper ways with Pastor Wren. And this, it may feel a bit formal to have this sort of covenant guide our relationship. But I think it's a necessary and helpful thing for us to be able to know how to best navigate this call on both of our lives. So if you have any questions or clarifications, we would be happy to answer those for you in the next week. But we also want to take this time in the next week to really be able to say goodbye to each other well. And I would love to see you in a virtual way in the next couple of days, and to have you participate in being able to say goodbye, since we can't really do this in person during this season. And so Wren has a couple of reminders for ways that we can say goodbye together.
I want to name the fact that this is hard work. It's hard to say goodbye, and it's hard to have relationships that we have loved so deeply change. But being on the other side of this, having received calls to serve other churches, I I can attest that it doesn't mean that a pastor loves their previous church any less, or that they don't care about you, or that they don't want to know how things are going, and they don't cheer us on and support the ministry we're doing here. And so I don't want you in any way to feel like this is Dustin turning his back on us, or going to something bigger and better. This is simply the Maddoxes following God's call on their life. And this is such an opportunity for us to grow together and to find out what the new call God has on our life is. It doesn't mean that we stop being friends with Dustin, or that we will never see another picture of Beckett again. It just means that how we're in relationship changes, so that God can continue to work in our lives and in Dustin's life. And I trust in that. And I trust that this covenant will help give some structure to that, so that we can move forward in the healthiest ways. But my encouragement to you would be to take this next week seriously, and to honor the relationship that you have had with Dustin, to put that into words, to film a video, to send in a card, to show up in whatever way comfortable that you can for our bittersweet weekend goodbye. It's so good to be able to mark these milestones and to celebrate with one another. And so you can visit upcfresno.org/Dustin for more information on how to do that. Please send videos in by next Monday, drop cards in the mail, or stick them in the church mailbox over this next week. And let's spend this week intentionally together as we celebrate and honor our ministry. Hope you're well, friends. Bye.
Bye.